MaryBeth from MBGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a tray. So here is the tray I want to do. It's the Let's Resin, this tray right here. It takes 218 milliliters, which I think is like 7.3 ounces. I'm going to make up 8 ounces is what I'm going to do. And what I want to do is I want to use this large UV DTF sticker. We're going to use the full bottom and, of course, the cow and probably this flower. So we'll probably cut it, maybe that one too. We'll probably cut like this. And so this part won't be on. I don't want to cover the whole tray, if that makes sense. And looking at these colors, this is what I picked 4 colors to use. So I picked the Haley's Comet, which I think will bring out some of the brownish color in the cow. And then I picked out Ballet Slipper because I felt like that's kind of like this lighter pink down in here. And I picked Supernova because there's a little bit of purpley in there and it's really sparkly and pretty, and I figured that would look good. And then I picked Rosy Cheeks. I felt like this color would go well with everything and kind of those flowers and the whole thing with these colors, I think. I don't know. That's what I'm going with, and I hope it works out. So I'm going to set the sticker aside because we won't need that for a while. So yeah, so we're going to mix up 8 ounces of resin. Today I will be using the Let's Resin Epoxy 1-to-1. And I'll probably just go ahead and use my mini mixer by Let's Resin since I'm only mixing up 8 ounces. I might mix a little extra. I don't know. We'll see. Usually that's what happens. So yeah, let me get this going and then we'll be back to get our mica powders ready. Okay, so I've got my resin mixing up. And what we're going to do is I've got 4 cups ready because we have 4 mica powders. And so I ended up mixing 10 ounces. It's only going to take probably 8, so we'll do an extra. That's fine. So I'm going to take my mica powder. So it's going to be about 2.5 ounces in each one of these cups. 2.5 ounces, of resin. Try not to spill your mica powder. And then I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol. 99.9%, just enough to dissolve it. Let me set that aside. And then we'll just stir this around and dissolve the mica powder. And that's all there is to it. So when my resin is ready, I'll pour the 2.5 ounces in here. So I'm going to do that for all 4 colors, and I'm going to get my resin in my cups, run it through the bubble remover, and then we'll be back to pour. Okay, we are ready to pour. We got all our resin out of the bubble maker. So it's been probably about 30 minutes. This is the Ballet Slipper. And this is the Supernova. This is Haley's Comet. And this is Rosy Cheeks. Okay, let's get started. I think I'm going to start with the Ballet Slipper. And I'm just trying to think how I want to do it. I guess we'll just go like this. Okay. Let's go ahead and do Rosy Cheek next. Whoopsie. Okay, some Supernova. And finally, the Haley's Comet. I really don't know how well these colors are going to play together. I guess we'll find out. This might be a bust. I hope not. All right, and we'll just continue on doing the same thing. I think it looks kind of cool, actually. I know I'm going to knock something over. I got to be careful. I don't know. I don't know how well it'll go with that sticker. We may have to figure something else out if it doesn't. Sometimes you just don't know till the piece is done. You know what I mean? But you got to try. I really like the Supernova a lot. Okay, and then let's do some more Haley's Comet. We're getting close here. Okay. Let's see, let's do the Supernova. See, and I made up 10 ounces. This is supposed to only take like 7.3, according to what I looked up. So, it looks like it's taken almost the full 10 ounces, except for the scrapings in my cup, which may add up to 2 ounces, you know, each one of them about a half an ounce. That's probably about right. So maybe it takes more like 8. I don't know. Let me go down at eye level. Yeah, I feel like we're getting domed here. I think we're good. Let me look from this other angle. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. I should have taken a dotting tool and gone around the edges, and I forgot. That's kind of a bummer. I wonder if I can still kind of get down in there with my bubble tool here. Yeah, I think I can. Just want to go around these edges. What do you think of the color? Different for sure, right? But I don't know, kind of cool. Yeah, we got a couple bubbles that came up. All right, good deal, good deal. Where's my lighter? Okay. I'll tell you what, I don't really have enough for extras. I just have scrapings, so we're going to go ahead and put the scrapings in the snail mold, and then we will be back for demold. Okay, we are ready to demold. It's a little warm still, but not too bad. The back looks lovely. Look at the back. All right, let's get this sucker out. I'm excited to see it. And then I want to see what that sticker is going to look like. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Looks good. Oh, that's right. With this mold, you can see the grit. So the... Oh, I just dropped a bunch of paper towels. The bottom of the mold has these, whatever, for stability, these grid things. And you can totally see them in here. Plus, I have a scratch in the mold. But it's okay, because once we put the sticker on, we'll do a top coat. So all that will be totally covered, and it'll be fine. But yeah, that is what it's looking like. That looks a little wonky, too, on the side. I wonder why. Huh. Okay, let's check this out. Now, remember, I'm going to be cutting around this, but I just want to kind of make sure that the colors... Oh, yeah, I think it'll look good. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, I think once I cut around it and everything, which, by the way, we can do that. We can do that now. Let me grab my scissors. And we can put... Let me set the mold to the side. So what I was thinking is cutting around this. So I'll show you. Because I want, you know, some of the tray to show up. And I can use these other flowers for something else. And I could even put some of these flowers on, actually, separately. We'll see what it looks like. There we go. Something along those lines. Let me cut this a little bit. There we go. That fits now. That is what I was thinking. And then if I want, what I could do is cut a couple flowers and just put them wherever. I'm thinking. What do you think? I don't know. I think it'll be cute. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put maybe just a couple flowers random. I just didn't want the whole sheet on there. So let's go for it. All right, so we're going to take the backing off. So this is a UV-DTF sticker. So it has a backing and it has a top part too that we'll pull off. But first we're going to take the backing off if I can get it. Here we go. And if any of it sticks to the backing, just push it down until you get it. There we go. Oh, see, like this piece stuck. Still stuck. Okay. Just want to make sure that, okay. All right, perfect. So let me set this aside. I'm going to stand up. So what I like to do is kind of roll it a little bit. I'm just trying to center this as best as I can. Oh, man. And I kind of, I can't move it. Once you put it down, that's pretty much it. So I did not do the best job. This part goes up a little bit more than this part. I'm going to cut that with my X-Acto knife to kind of match. Let me grab that. And I'll probably scratch the tray. I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah. Let's see if we can just cut this right here like that. Please cut nicely. Totally concentrating, sorry. And actually it's probably stuck on there. So yeah, the topping came off, but I'm trying to cut the actual... I'm having to do surgery. I wasn't planning this. I mean, yeah, because I don't like that that part goes up and this part doesn't. So that's why I'm trying to get this part up. And I am not doing a very good job. This may be how it is. Well, let me pull the topping off. Let me get... Where are my tweezer things? I can't find my pokey tool. That's what I want. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a pokey tool. What did I do with all of them? Here's one. Just to help me get the... So, okay, so there is a topping, and you're going to want to get underneath that. So let's take that off first, and then we'll try to figure out if we can do anything. Okay, so I got a good grab of it. And you're going to pull it down. Now, again, if any of it comes up, just push it back down and rub on it. Like there was a little leaf. There we go. There's another little leaf. Okay, so we got that part off. So now the sticker is on. The only thing I'm wondering about, is there any way I could possibly cut that part out? And I don't think I'm going to be able to, and I'm probably going to make it look worse. So I'm very nervous about making it look worse. Yeah, I may have to live with it. Do you see what I'm talking about? It's because when I cut the edging, I didn't cut it even enough, and I didn't lay it down the best. I think it'll be okay. There's not much I can do about it. But what I will do is cut some flowers out. So let me we'll just get this one. Oh, there's mica powder on there. Huh, of course. Here's one that we could maybe put there. And here's another one. Cut this one out. Could maybe put one right there. Let's see how that looks. Another trick is if you have enough room on the clear part, keep your finger on it when you put it down so that you can easily pull the topping off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to just put this one right here, and I'm going to press it down, and my finger, I'm still holding on to the clear part, and I'm pressing down everything. And this way I still have a handle on it, and I can just simply pull it off. That way I don't have to use a tool or anything to get a hold of it. Okay, and then let's put this one down. Oops, that flower part of it didn't come up. There we go. And how do I want this? I think I want it like this. Same thing, I'm going to keep holding on to part of it and just rub it on there. There we go. Okay. I think that looks better. There it is. Okay. So now I'm checking for bubbles. So you want your X-Acto knife. There is a bubble. If you can rub them out, that's great. But like this one is pretty big. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice, and that way you can kind of push the air out and it gets rid of that bubble. And remember, we're going to do a top coat, so it's going to look even better. Yeah. Just trying to see if there's any other little bubbles. There we go. There's another one. There's a group of them right here. Okay, that's better. And you can just kind of feel them around. You'll feel them. So yeah, that's pretty good. All right, cool. So now let me move some of this stuff out of the way. We're going to do a top coat, and I mean, you can use your regular epoxy 1-to-1 if you'd like. You could use Fast Cure. I actually have tabletop epoxy by Let's Resin, the part A and part B. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up real quick. I'm going to put a very, very little bit of crushed crystal. I don't know why my tray is a little wonky over here. It's nice we didn't get bubbles though. But yeah, I think I remember that from last time too. So it must be the mold. Like my mold has a is defected or something right there. But that's okay. All right, let me get the resin mixed up and then we'll come back and pour the top coat. Okay, I got my resin mixed up. It is full of bubbles. The problem I have with using fast cure or tabletop, you know, it's a very high viscosity, and in my bubble remover, it doesn't work well. And so, yeah, I got to deal with bubbles. But the way I'm going to deal with it is, well, we are going to use a little crushed crystal, but it's a very thin layer that we're going to pour, and then I will use a heat gun to warm it up and thin it out and, you know, try to get rid of bubbles and that sort of thing. So we'll do the best we can. All right, so I'm literally putting a teeny weeny little bit in here. I do not want much in here at all, because this stuff, it does not take much, you know, and you'll have a nice effect. So I am gonna, and I'm gonna scrape my sides and my bottom really good. I did mix it for about 6 minutes on my hand mixer thing, but you know, that doesn't get the sides and the bottom really as much as you can yourself. So make sure to do that. Let me put this away. Okay, so I'm gonna stir it here for just a moment. And then we'll pour the top. I made 3 ounces. I probably only need like an ounce, ounce and a half, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But I just wanted to make sure I had enough. Okay. I think that's mixed fine. Clean off my stick real quick here. All right, we are good to go. Let me get my tray back, ready to go, and we will go ahead and pour our top coat. Oh, it's so thick. I'm definitely going to need to use my heat gun. Spread this around. Maybe I do need the full 3 ounces. I don't know. Looks like I might. All right. So I'm going to roll it first, just kind of getting the resin all over even as I can. So this will just take me a moment. I know you probably can't see, but I can see where it's at and what spots we don't have any resin in. So I'm just rolling it to get all the bottom covered. And like I said, hopefully it'll degas on its own. It's, you know, just a thin coat here, but I definitely can see the bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to get my heat gun. This might be kind of loud. Sorry about that. Okay. I know you probably couldn't tell, but I could definitely see bubbles popping. So that's good. So it's looking a lot better right now. So I'm going to keep an eye on it for a little bit. And if I need to, I'll use my lighter. But we're just going to let this cure up. And I can see the crushed crystal's perfect. It's not too much. So yeah, it looks good. I have, so it did, I'm glad I made 3 ounces because I have probably less than a half an ounce. And I'll probably just put it in my snail. Yeah. All right. Well, then we will be back for a final reveal. Okay, we are back for the final reveal. All I did to the tray is I took some light pink rhinestones and just trimmed it out, just went around the edge. And I think it turned out really pretty. I know I went up a little bit there, but you know, I think it still turned out okay. What do you think? Is that something on there or is that inside? I think that's part of the sticker inside. So yeah, I think it turned out really pretty. It's a cute little tray that you can display or put whatever on. That Highland cow is so adorable. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you. I know your time is valuable, so I really appreciate you spending it with me. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and lots of information in the description box. So check that out. I believe I'll have the tray. This was the Let's Resin tray. I'll have it listed in the description box also for you, just so it's handy. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye. Say